Tonight, we're hearing from the defense team for Alex-Murdaugh. Days ago, the state Supreme Court threw out his murder convictions for the deaths of his wife, Maggie, and his son, Paul. The two were found shot to death on the family's property in June of 2021. And as we get ready for a new trial, Murdaugh's defense team continues to maintain there is no physical evidence tying their client to the murders. Take a listen.
Law enforcement didn't even attempt to take fingerprints or DNA from the scene. They didn't attempt to preserve tire tracks that led away from the bodies. They didn't attempt to do just basic, you don't have to watch CSI to understand what basic forensic crime scene processing looks like. They didn't do it. So they've got no guns, no ballistics, no confession, no eyewitness, no test, nobody that corroborates that Alec was involved in any way. They got him lying about where he was, and they say he was there on the scene within minutes of the deaths. They have nothing. The coroner showed up, and I understand it's a rural county and he's probably not well trained, but to determine time of death, professionals take body temperatures, get the temperature of the ambient atmosphere, and they can determine based on the temperature of the body, estimate time of death. He stuck his hand under Maggie and Paul's armpits and said, they've been dead an hour and a half, or whatever it was. That's what we call a guess. And that's not, and the state didn't even rely on that. They relied on the fact that Maggie and Paul's phones stopped communicating with anybody, they weren't texting anybody or calling them after a certain time. The jury ignored, and the state has ignored, the fact that everyone testified cell phone reception in that, down there at the dog kennels, was sporadic at best and non-existent much of the time. So the fact they weren't calling anybody or texting anybody could not be, that's how they estimate time of death. Oh, they stopped at this time. There are a number of other reasons it could have stopped. And even with that time, there's no evidence indicating that Alec was down there.
Harpootlian also making headlines tonight, making some news by saying they're going to seek a change of venue. That means they're going to try and move the trial out of Collington County. And while the state says they hope to retry the case before the end of the year, Harpootlian says they're taking a methodical approach to the case this go around, and they're in no hurry for that speedy trial. He also added that Murdaugh will not take a plea deal of any kind. You can watch that full interview on our streaming platform right now, WLTX+. All right.